What's going on, travelers? It's me, Mayora, back again with another video. Today we're going to take a look at the potential updates that Mihoyo have released, or rather is planning to release for update 1.1. And right now you're looking at the Mihoyo website. So this is the Chinese website. So since I'm able to read Chinese, I thought that it would be a good idea for me to introduce and translate some of the changes that are coming. So I have split this video into two categories. So the first part of the video, we're going to talk about what's coming in update 1.1 and what they have planned. And after that, we're going to talk about future updates. So updates that are not immediately coming, but they are planning. So this is basically a general summary for what's to come. And I'll briefly talk a little bit more on each point. So the first point is that equipment lock. So what equipment lock means is that you'll be able to lock your equipment so that you don't accidentally fuse them or enhance them into another equipment, be it artifact or be it weapon. So that's gonna be really nice because basically all the other RPGs have it, and it will make sense for Genshin Impact to also have it. And then the next point is Monster Plant Encyclopedia. So basically what this means is that on top of bosses, we will be also able to locate where different monsters and different plants are, so we can find them easier. And that's really nice, I think, because you do need some monster parts and some plants. For example, Cecilia for Venti, and some other monster parts to ascend them. So that's gonna be really nice, and it's pretty much confirmed that it's coming in update 1.1. And so next we're gonna have Animoculus and Geoculus Compass. So basically in this point, Mihoyo says that there's probably gonna be a Animoculus and Geoculus Compass coming, and that's gonna be really nice, although I don't see a need for it, but nonetheless it's gonna come. So for all those people who haven't found their Animoculus and Geoculus, do take this into consideration. Alright, the next one is hotkeys for food consumption. So basically, Mihoyo is planning to add a hotkey for you to consume your food, and this is especially important, or rather especially useful in boss battles, because every time your health is low and you're fighting a boss, you gotta open your bag, and then after that eat, and then close your bag, and then get back into battle, and all your train of thought has been broken, and it's just not the most ideal way of fighting. So this update is gonna be really nice. And next will be environmental damage change. Okay, so this one is here. So players have given feedback that the environmental damage is really low, like especially low sometimes, and they're asking if it's a bug. To which Mihoyo has replied that it is. They're working on increasing the environmental damage. So basically, like for example, setting the grass patch on fire, that deals damage, and we know that in the game currently it deals like 8 damage or something like that, and that's really insignificant. So Mihoyo says that the environmental damage will scale now with world level. So the higher your world level, the higher damage the environmental damage will deal. So that's gonna be interesting. I don't know how it will play out, but it does make sense because as we level up and our world level up, we have like over 10,000 HP, and monsters are also stronger. And the environmental damage you get from burning the ground only does like nothing, like 8 damage. So pretty interesting. And then the next one talks about hydro and electro changes. So it's here. Alright. So this one talks about so this one is more on the hydro element and the electro element. So someone says that whether you use hydro first and electro next, or the opposite, electro first and then hydro next, the damage is always the same. So this is more like a big this is more like a bug fix. So Mihoyo has said that they're gonna change it in such a way that whenever you use Hydro first and then Electro, the damage will be calculated based on the Electro damage that you deal. And conversely, if the opponent is already affected by the element, if you hit it with a Hydro spell or a Hydro skill, the damage will be based off of your Hydro damage instead. So it's just basically a bug fix, and so I guess that's good. And then the last one is Lisa changes. So over here, I cannot really understand the whole thing. Like my Chinese isn't that good, and for that I apologize. So if I get any points wrong, I'm sorry. So this one talks about Lisa changes. I can't really make any sense out of this, but basically, I know that there's a issue with Lisa, and I think it's her normal attack. And they're planning to update Lisa in 1.1 and also use that as a testing phase, I believe. So potential Lisa changes incoming, I don't know. So the next portion of the video is going to be talking about changes and updates that are coming in the future and not in 1.1. So these are the things that Mihoyo is currently working on and is not ready to give us in 1.1. So they have plans to give us these updates in the future patches. And the first thing is events that focus on social aspects of the game. So basically, someone has feedback that solo play is too boring, and Mihoyo says that in the future there's gonna be more events that focus on social aspects, right? So you can play with your friends. I don't know how they're gonna implement this, but that's gonna be interesting to see. And then the next thing is camera angle. So basically, for camera angle, let me just find it. Where is it? Here. All right. So for camera angles, someone has mentioned that the camera angles is a little bit wonky. So I believe this affects the players on mobile, especially, rather than on PC or on PS4. But basically, they're gonna change a little bit on, or rather, they're gonna improve on how the camera angle works, and that's gonna be really nice for the mobile players. Personally, I don't play much on mobile. I only play it sometimes when I'm on break at work or just to complete my daily commissions. So to me, this isn't really that important as I play on PC mainly. But to all the mobile players, this could be a potential good update for you guys. But we don't know when it's gonna come. But do know that it's in the works. And then the next thing that they're working on is expedition characters will be able to be brought into party play. So let me just find the post. Okay, so over here it talks about characters on expedition. Basically, when you send a character on expedition, they are locked into that expedition and you cannot use them in your party for however long you set them to go on for that expedition. So if you set for 20 hours like me, you will not be able to use that character for 20 hours. And if you recall them, you miss out on the potential rewards. So what they're going to change is that characters on expedition will still be able to be brought into the party and you can still use them as normal. So that's going to be really nice. It kind of defeats the purpose of an expedition, but it's a good QOL update, and I'm all for it if it improves my life and everyone's life. So the next thing will be the report function. So Mihoyo has said that the report function will be made available in future updates for people that are breaking the rules of the game. So that's gonna be nice, I guess. It's a good addition. So the last thing that I want to talk about is the equipment enhancement EXP changes. So I'll just pull it up now. Okay, as you can see, if you enhance something past the maximum level and you try to click enhance, it will tell you that there's some EXP that are more than required and the excess EXP will be lost. So Mihoyo is actually working on an update to fix this, and basically what it means is that the excess EXP will be converted back into crystals, and that's really really nice because you do get your EXP back. So especially for weapons, wasting EXP is kind of painful for us because you can't get, like, for character you can just kill monsters and just get that last few EXP, but for weapons it's not possible, and you have to waste your crystal or your spare weapons to actually level it up to max. So this is gonna be really nice. So although these updates are not coming immediately, we know that Mihoyo is planning for them. So that's really nice, and I hope that in future updates, more functions and more events will be coming. And yeah, that's all for today. Thank you for watching. Safe travels, and I'll see you in the next one.